Hey there, and welcome to tip number 6 in our continuing series, Leverage the Science of Happiness to Increase Performance, Productivity, and Profitability. If you've got this book, fantastic. These videos are intended to complement it and help you move through the tips. If you don't have the book and you want it, just go to happinessatworknow.com and you can download it for free right there. All right, so tip number 6 is follow the flow. What do we mean by that? What is flow? Well, flow is that experience that we've all had from time to time when you're so engaged and absorbed in an activity that time just falls off the clock. You're not even aware of other things. Nothing else is really happening in your conscious awareness because you are just so, some people call it this, in the zone, right? Writers, athletes tend to call it being in the zone. And so being in flow or being in the zone, when we're in that state, we don't necessarily feel anything during it, but we do feel fulfilled and happy afterwards, because the actual definition of being in flow is when the challenge that you're dealing with matches your skills and your strengths and your abilities. And so when that happens, of course, you're using your strengths, right? And we know from tips 2 and 3 that when you use your strengths, you feel happy, you're performing better, you're more productive because you're totally aligned with what you love to do. And so very often when we're in flow, guess what? We're using our strengths, because it's really hard to get in flow if you don't find what you're doing engaging and meaningful, right? It usually has to be at that level. And so think about, I want you to do this. So think about the last time you were in flow and what exactly were you doing? And start to monitor this, right? Start to monitor each day for a week. Okay, when am I in flow? What am I doing when I'm in flow? And when am I not in flow? And what am I doing, right? And really start to notice which activities in your work really put you in this awesome state of flow. Because what we want to do is maximize time spent in flow and minimize the time doing things that sort of, if you like, steal your flow. Now, let me be really clear. I am not saying that you don't do the activities that steal your flow. Okay, I don't care what you do, I don't care what level you're at, there are always aspects of our work that we don't necessarily love, okay? But the idea is to pinpoint what those are and then compartmentalize them. Give them a specific time on a specific day, or maybe they have to be done every day, but you just sort of pigeonhole them and give them just a certain amount of time that you're going to spend doing that activity. And by doing that, you can compartmentalize those pieces and create more space in your calendar to spend time in flow. Now, the other thing I want to point out is we're not talking about having to get like so absorbed and in the zone that like you're working through the night, okay? Or that you're like, you need 2 hours of time to do this. No, I mean, you could be in flow for 15 minutes every day and still get the benefit of this, right? So it's whatever works for you. I mean, if you need that extra time, then you've got to carve it out of your schedule. But if you don't, and you can just, get little doses of being in flow every day, that works great too. So the point here is, identify the activities that put you in flow and start to do more of them, because you will find when you do, you really are engaging in what is true to you, what is meaningful to you. And guess what? When we do that, we perform better and we're higher producers as well. All right, so that was tip number 6, follow the flow in our continuing series, leverage the science of happiness to increase productivity, performance, and profitability. If you want the book, just go to happinessatworknow.com and you can download it there for free. All right, I'll see you in tip number 7.